Hi everybody. I got a question about the area model. This is something that I gotta say was new to me because I've never done this before. I honestly thought it was something to do with like calculus, and I was like, oh, okay, I could do limits and all that stuff. But somebody said, hey, would you help me out with the area model for my kid that's in school learning multiplication? I said, oh, wow. So I wasn't familiar with this, but I actually kind of find it fascinating. It's this idea that you're going to use boxes or rectangles to ultimately break down a number based upon its like integer value into a logical outcome. So what I mean by that, let's use the example, and we'll do the traditional way first. And I got all sorts of colors of markers, so hopefully I can make this colorful, but I'm not great at it. Let's say it's 42 times 9. So here we have the single digits, so the ones, we have a 2, and then in the tens we have 42. So, of course, that would mean that in this case, like if we're talking about, say, hockey pucks, this would mean there's 2 hockey pucks. This would be 40 because it's in the second area, the second space. And if we broke it down, you can see these are the single digits, these are the tens, but I'm sure you all are aware that I just wanted to make that known. And so the old way would be going 9 times 2. So for those that are also not familiar with the hand trick, you know, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Like say we're trying to do 9 times 4. You pick the fourth finger, and then you have 3, so that's your 10 spot, and then 6 left on your right hand, which means it's 36. In this case, 9 times 2, 1, and then 8. So it's 18. So you would say 8, and then you'd carry the 1, so 9 times 4, again, we said it's 36, you're going to add the 1 to make it 37, so you get 378. Now this concept, we have 2 digits here, so we're going to have 2 boxes, but we only have 1 for the second part of the equation, so we're going to put a line, because we only need 1 box of this, we need 2 here, so we're going to put 40, because that right there is 40, and then 2, because there's only 2 here. So again, like I said, if this was hockey pucks, there's 42 hockey pucks, and I'm most certainly not going to draw 40, but let's just say, you know, like we would be able to, instead of drawing 40, simply be able to say, well, there's 2 subtracted from the mass of 42 to give you the rest of them, the 40, you know, imagine there's 40 circles. But anyways, I digress. Then we have 9. So then you do 18. So 9 times 2 is 18. And then 9 times 40, 360. So then you bring them down, add them together. So that's it. It's a fascinating and I think logical way to look at numbers by breaking them down based off of their character, and then using each value to just simply add them together. Now, of course, that means that you're going to be needing to be strong with your addition, but once you have that down, this is a nice way to look at it. And perhaps for children or for people that have trouble with multiplication, the idea of various lots being multiplied, this might be really nice. And of course, you can do this too with more than one number. So let's say you're doing something like 94 times 17. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to put the blue in the tens location. So in this case, how we had 2 here, we're going to have 2 here now. So imagine there was, if we go back to that one, something x. If there was like an x here, then you would have multiplied these all like 40x. Like again, this is just an example, so don't worry about the x. That's just a placeholder for this, you know, variable that I put in here right now. But you know, either way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the box. I'll draw it in this highlighter. Why not? Oh look, it's dried up. Well, that's depressing. Okay, I'm going to use my University of Florida Gators pen. I am not from Florida. I did not go to school there, but I got this at a conference, and I think it's neat. It just happened to be in front of me. So I'm going to draw the box. Oh, look, this one died too. Great. And then I'm going to draw the box with my brown pen. I'm going to draw the inside. So this is going to be our single digits here, and this is going to be our double digits here in this case. It doesn't actually matter because it's all going to add up at the end of the day. But, so we know that there is a 4 right there, and then there's a 7. We'll put it right there. And then there's a 90 because there's a 9 there, so I'm going to put 90. And then there's a 10. I'm going to put a 10 there. So old way would be 9 times 4 times 17. So 7 times 4 is going to be 28. So 8, carry the 2. 9 times 7, if you want to do it quickly again, 7th finger, 63. 63 plus 2 gives you 65. Now we're going to skip and put a holder here because since we're moving to the 10 spot, there's going to be nothing in the single digits. And so we're going to just put a box of it as a holder. And now 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 9 is 9. Add them together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then 6 plus 9 is 15. So you get 1598. So let's do it over here. You got 900 by doing 90 times 10. And you've got 10 times 4, 40. So we can even put over here, if you want, this addition, 940. And then down here, 7 times 90 is 630. Again, you can just think of this like, if you hide that, 9 times 7, so 63, add the 0. And then 7 times 4 is 28. So you could look at it and say, oh, well, there's an 8 there, there's a 5 there, so this is 6, 5, 8. Let's do the addition. 8, 9, 15. Boom. Hopefully you guys see that. So it works, and it is a way, it is logical. I do like that about it. So it does take a little bit more time, but I honestly think it is less error prone than doing it the old way. So let's just try doing an old equation. I'm just going to work it out without talking, and you can try it at home as well. We'll do 34 times 28. So first I'm going to do it on this side, the normal way, like I guess not normal, but the way that I was taught back in the olden days, and then this side we'll do the boxes. So let's see what happens. So there it is. So I don't know, but that's the concept. Hopefully this was helpful. If you need any more examples, or maybe you have like a homework problem you don't understand, feel free to reach out. I'll help out as much as I can. Maybe ChatGPT is down. You need to do it the old way, the snail way. I'm here to help. Thanks.